Correspondent Rich Edson has the latest from the State Department.
The American Secretary of State and the North Korean Vice Chairman. They're in New York, the highest level official North Korean visit to the United States in 18 years.
The conversation is going to be focused on denuclearization of the peninsula. That's what these ongoing conversations taking place now will be centered on, as well as this summit that would take place in Singapore.
The administration says Secretary Pompeo will join Vice Chairman Kim Yong Chol for dinner tonight. Tomorrow, a day of meetings to set up a summit between President Trump and Kim Jong-un. The Secretary and Kim Yong Chol have met twice before, when Pompeo traveled to Pyongyang as CIA director and then later as Secretary of State.
They've had obviously very deep conversations where they've talked about a lot of detail about what the United States expectations are.
Kim Yong Chol is immersed in North Korea's recent diplomacy, joining Kim Jong-un for meetings with the presidents of China and South Korea. He spent several years leading North Korea's intelligence service and is still under U.S. sanctions. He's suspected to have been involved in North Korea's nuclear program, the sinking of a South Korean ship in 2010, and even the hack of Sony in 2014. The State Department says Secretary Pompeo spoke over the weekend with foreign ministers from South Korea and Singapore, and he's scheduled to meet next week with the Japanese Prime Minister in Washington. North Korea is also planning with its allies ahead of the June 12th summit in Singapore. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov is scheduled to travel to North Korea this week. Kim Jong-un has met twice in recent weeks with Chinese President Xi Jinping, as the Trump administration's relationship with China is showing renewed strain. Secretary of Defense James Mattis promises the U.S. will continue sailing through disputed international waters China considers its territory.
There's a very steady drumbeat of freedom of navigation operations. You'll notice there's only one country that seems to take active steps to rebuff them or state their resentment of them.
The Trump administration also says it is moving forward with tariffs on Chinese imports and restrictions on Chinese investments. To that, China's foreign ministry has responded that it does not want a trade war, but that it's not afraid of fighting one.